Today I'm going to show you another 5 tips and tricks that can help you play Zed better in Season 12. I already talked about how to get faster to lane with Zed and how to use your Ws correctly, but this time I decided to explain you this on another level. You can save like 5 to 6 seconds by using this method. For example, if you don't have enough gold for an item, you need to wait a couple of seconds in the base. If you don't want to waste your time waiting, you can set up your W shadow so when you buy your item you can swap to it. Let's say that you want to buy Duskblade, but you need to wait until you earn 20 gold to get it. The next thing that you want to do is place your W shadow on this green spot right here when you only need exactly 8 gold left to buy the item. The next thing is to walk to base, buy the item quickly and swap back to your shadow. Let's see how many seconds you save by doing this method. As you can see, it's much more efficient to shop with Zed using this method because it can save you so much time and you can get to lane way faster. What combo is better, WEQ or WQE, is a question I get asked a lot. And there is a simple answer for it. WQE is faster than WEQ, but does that mean it's better? WEQ is better for poking in lane. The reason why is because it's way easier to hit your Qs if you first slow down your target with your E. But when is WQE used then? If you are sure that you are going to hit your Qs, it's better to do a WQE combo since it's way faster. For example, if your teammate stuns an enemy, it's much better to do a WQE combo because it's faster and you can do all of that while your target is not moving. The biggest question this season is what item to buy first, Yumu's Ghostblade or Duskblade. First, let's see why I got Duskblade almost every game. The best item on Zed that I take almost every game is Duskblade. I feel like the stats, the build path and the passive of that item makes it the best mythic item on Zed. A lot of people underestimate the invisibility that you get from it, and I think that you should definitely take that into consideration while buying that item. So which item to buy first, Ghostblade or Duskblade? I buy Ghostblade if I play against squishier mid laners like mages who are pretty immobile and who can get killed pretty easily like Orianna, Corki, Victor, Vel'Koz and so on. When I go Ghostblade first item, I never finish boots completely. I just buy tier 1 boots and finish Ghostblade. After this I finish Duskblade and then after all of that I finish my boots. The reason why is because Ghostblade gives you so much movement speed out of combat, and when you want to fight you just activate it and get even more movement speed. Games where I got Duskblade first is when I play against mid laners who are not that easy to burst down like Diana, Yasuo, Sylas or other champs that aren't so squishy. The reason why is because you really need that extra damage from Duskblade if you want to beat them in a 1v1 fight. After that I go Ghostblade secondary. The third item that I go almost every game this season is Serilda's Grudge. The enemy team will almost always have some armor items, and even if they don't, that item is still pretty good. The slow from this item is really good on Zed because you can basically slow down the entire team since Zed has 2 shadows in teamfights that can throw Qs and Es which can hit and slow down the whole enemy team. A lot of inexperienced Zed players are afraid to engage with ultimate if your W is not up, but that is a mistake in a lot of cases. You see, when you E with Zed, your W cooldown gets lower. For each enemy that Zed hits with E, your W cooldown goes down by 2 seconds. Let's say that your W is going to be up in 8 seconds. If you ultimate a target and around him are like 3 other opponents, you can hit them with E, reduce the cooldown of your W, and your W will be instantly back up and ready to be used. So basically, if you hit 4 targets with your E, your W cooldown will be reduced by 8 seconds. Many Z players are afraid to go all in just because their W is on cooldown, but if you know about this trick, you know that you can engage when your W is not up. In this clip, I'm against Irelia and I used my W to poke her. I have my ultimate up, but my W is still on cooldown. I know that without W I can't kill her, but I also know that if I ult her and use my E, my W cooldown is going to be lower, so I decide to all in her with my W being on a 5-second cooldown. As you can see, the cooldown after I ulted her jumped from 5 seconds to just 1 second, and that's why I'm able to use my W to get an easy kill on Irelia. Zed got changed couple of times so he can be played in the jungle. But with all of those changes, not just Zed jungle got buffed, Zed mid got also buffed, and here is why. A lot of people ask me how to get better CS score with Zed, and the honest answer is to not just farm minions in lane but to also farm jungle camps. I do this almost every single game, but you need to know when you can do that if you don't want your jungler to be mad. The 2 camps that I farmed the most with Zed are Raptors and Scuttle Crab. If your jungler is on the other side of the map or is busy ganking lanes, you can freely take the Birds camp, because chances are that when your jungler comes back to this camp, the camp is already going to respawn. The same goes for Scuttle Crab. If your jungler is not close to it, it's better to just take it, or else the enemy jungler will do that instead. And that is all from me today. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe even learned something new. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.